In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
We're back!
Okay, so what's next up?
Next is Future Quest, which is the Hanna-Barbera superheroes all wrapped into one story. This one is more of a two-parter, though. It's not the way the other issues were. This one is mainly a Birdman story and then a Herculoid story, giving us some of the Herculoid's history. And both are simple stories. Definitely also had Steve Rude's art there. So it's fun seeing that on the cover and the first story. And giving a little history on the Herculoids, which I didn't mind too much. It's just a light fare, so, fun comic.
I got to agree. I thought they were going to jack this up, try to make it really, uber serious, hyper realistic, and they didn't. So I was happy there. And it's nice to see. It's really nice to see these characters again. I think a lot of people don't know how to use the word nostalgia correctly, where it's like you have this great sentiment for this time or for things that have happened previously, and you remember them in a certain way that makes them better than they might have actually been. And that doesn't really apply to using a character that's 20 or 30 years old or something that you really enjoyed in your childhood, because the thing that you enjoyed was the quality. Not necessarily that it was, this was great because I was 6 years old, but because it was solid storytelling and it was very entertaining. I was very surprised that they were able to encapsulate not all, but some of that in this issue. Not so much because, I remember how I felt. No, I was reading through this and I was like, hey, this is actually entertaining, because a lot of times the fun that I had watching the cartoon doesn't translate into comic form. Some mediums, a lot of times the mediums just don't play well together when you try to make that jump from one to the other. But I was very happy with the fact that, hey, these guys are in character. The adventures, yeah, this is entertaining. Would you come back and read more? Yeah, I actually would love to go. If I didn't have so much on my plate, I would love to go back quickly and go read issues 1 and 2. But this is perfect. I think this is also a great book if for kids, if you want to jump them into it. The only problem with that is that if you had I think they might still do it on, the Boomerang Network or Cartoon Network. If you still had the original cartoons, this is a great companion piece to that as well, to really pull readers in. I wish they promoted it better. It's such a fringe book in terms of what's going on. I really wish they did a better job of promoting these and really getting them out to kids. But I'm looking at the price on it, and I'm like, no kid's gonna buy this. This is too expensive for the short amount of entertainment value. It's just not going to be there. But I was surprised how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's a good book. It's been a good first 3 issues. They're keeping it fun. They're not getting too serious, but having some sort of tension and emotion going on in there. So I'm sticking with it. I think I haven't checked some of the other Hanna-Barberas that they've done, but this one has been working for me so far. So
yeah, again, solid. And I don't like it where. What I was watching, I don't know. Did you get to see the new Superman outfit for the new Superman is going to be on Supergirl? Yeah, that is a jacked outfit, man. It's like they did everything in their power to make it look bad. And then what's worse than that is that they show you pictures of it. I'm like, who in their right mind is going to say this is good? With the exception of that that really on the margins person who's just willing to wait and see what happens and go through 22 because they just have nothing else, or their system of analysis is just that methodical. But I don't like it when they take something that works and they decide, well, let's put a raccoon tail on it and make it look even better, along those lines. Here, I think they kept the core and the essence of really worked for the characters, especially since that was such a popular and well received show with kids. And to make the translation to comics, it's I think it's really good. I'm just surprised they have never done this before. Johnny Quest is easily the most transferable of all of these characters because his show was the most serious. I was always watch his show and wonder wow, why is Johnny? Johnny's stuff is pretty hard in comparison. Birdman stuff is is much lighter. But Johnny's always dealing with some really life and death threats and people shooting guns. But his is easily the most transferable and. You'll see a Harry Potter film before you see Johnny Quest. But again, they're not really promoting it towards the kids. unfortunately, right now. But that doesn't make it. Hey, that doesn't make it a story that wasn't enjoyable, and it was very much enjoyable.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with score-wise. I'm gonna go 3.5.
We our number system isn't really set up for half a star.
So then 4. What I go? We go 4.
Yeah, you got to go 4. I'm going 4 too. You got to give it a 4.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we don't do A minuses or anything like that. It's either an A or it's a B. Either you pass or you fail. Okay, but this was good. For people who are looking for good entertainment value in the confines of what you can get in a comic, this is very good. And if you're somebody who enjoyed the shows, if you enjoy them now even, this is also pretty good. If you have kids and they're enjoying watching it on Cartoon Network or Boomerang, whichever channel it may come on, this is a very good companion piece. I'm just very surprised that they were willing to leave so much intact and, not come out, hey, look, there's Johnny Quest. Oh, no, Johnny's strung out on heroin. I'm surprised that, they just decided, let's leave this alone and let's try to just really make some good stories around it.